Like 13, I think for a lot of us got us into the game
For
because
sure.
it looked very good, it looked very fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's really fun because I'm back here for 15, and I have a lot of history with like Frosty specifically with KOF. I've done a lot of like commentary for Frosty for KOF in the 14 days.
That's right, I remember.
Yeah. So it's great, and I'm very happy to be back because it's just, dude, this game's awesome.
It's so good. And yo, speaking of so good, we've got Kiyardo up on the stream. Kiyardo, of course, if you are unaware, from Houston, Texas, one of the OGs of KOF, one of the stronger US-based players, right?
Yep.
Playing against Warrior of Love from Puerto Rico. I'm not familiar with Warrior of Love.
I'm not, but I think it highlights one of the my most favorite things about KOF is that pretty often it's an international incident, right?
Sure.
Like you just always get so many people from so many different walks and backgrounds, places. They're all here to play, and I'm very happy because I actually would look at Kiyardo for Notch stuff as one of the characters that I play, and especially Anchor Notch. Not a lot of people play this character on Anchor,
right?
And it's very cool to like actually have somebody who's like a super good player to steal from.
And he's like really technical too. He's like in the lab all the time posting stuff. So
she has a lot of like really interesting aspects of her about her game. So that's definitely, it's good for a lab monster like that. But starting off with the Benny, super good point character. I really like him on point because of exactly this. Super good at controlling space in front of him.
Yeah, man, and the offense is so hard to stop for Benny. Like the spacings that he controls, like it's so oppressive, you know?
Yeah. It's really difficult when you have a character that has normals that are that fast and just a pressure system that's so rewarding for him because you never know what's going to stop and start.
For sure. Yo, that hop B is just ridiculous. He's gotten
so
so
good.
much mileage out of it. Warrior of Love having a little bit of trouble controlling that airspace right above him.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard. Angel doesn't really have fantastic anti-airs, so you can see Kiyardo's kind of approaching it like that, right? He's like, out of Angel's range, or I'm jumping in.
Exactly, yeah. And like you gotta, like with Angel, you gotta really like outmaneuver them and be really tricky with their movement. But so far, it's looking like Kiyardo is the one kind of dictating the pace and the flow, like you said.
Oh, gonna spend it. Yeah, make sure, get rid of the character.
Yep, very nice.
You can always
very
build
nice.
the meter back. Yeah, pretty rough. Very cool we get to see Angel second, though.
Yeah.
She's gotten buffs along the way that made that more viable because for the most part of 15, she's pretty much only been a point character.
That's right, yeah.
Rock and Anchor, another character that's just seen rise in this last patch.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that character, he's just like, he's their favorite child right now, I feel like.
He got really neat buffs. I think they wanted to stay away from the climax, like being the install, like lasting, and then they're like, you know what? Let's kind of just give it to him.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah, and now he's a really good character.
Oh yeah. Uh-oh, big damage incoming. Oh, messed up the setup there. Nice spacing on that. Beautiful. Kiyardo looking surgical.
Yeah. That CD is really, really good for him. It spaces out outside of almost everybody's sweep if you do a proper block string into it. And then if you're not ready for it, you're like maybe just mashing or not really thinking about what you're putting into that space.
Or trying to jump even.
Yeah, exactly. Like it just has a really strong hitbox for counter poking or as long as sometimes you have to block it. You just have to wait for Benny to push himself out.
Yeah, it's really, that's again, one of the really oppressive things about that character. That button, the down D, so many things that make you like question whether it's your turn or not.
Yeah. It's really difficult to emphasize how good his 2D is in comparison to the rest of the cast.
Oh my goodness, tell me about it.
Because not a lot of characters get the opportunity to do two things with one of their normals, and that for him is he gets to frame trap and he gets to pressure people off of it because he can still cancel stuff off of his 2D.
Yo, 2D into slash, that is the bane of my existence, I swear.
And it might not even be slash, it might be 6B first, right? And so you're thinking about all of these things as you're going along. When's he going to do his pressure? Is he going to reset his pressure? So, I mean, that's why you see Kiyardo's doing really well with the character because he just understands when to push the gas pedal.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's been playing Benny Maru at least, as far as I know, since the 13 days, maybe even longer.
This character's always been good.
Oh, yeah.
So, speaking of 13.
Oh, yeah. This is one of those guys that had like the Benny Maru infinites. Like this guy's execution is monstrous.
back when we used to say, oh yeah, you can do 4, but after that, it's kind of, you're kind of stretching it.
Right?
Yeah. And then, yeah, we had guys like Kiyardo, like, we just made it work.
Proving us wrong. Again, inhuman. Oh, nice.
Oh, all right.
Into the corner, too. Very important.
Yeah, I want to see some pressure.
Showing a lot of respect to Kiyardo. Possibly steering the DP.
It's understandable. A lot of his DPs have actually been on point, so.
Yeah.
You don't want to errantly jump. But it seems like, yeah, Warrior Love really struggling to sort of find that space where he wants to get in. And tried it with the Satyr Strike. I get it. That was great space. But, you know, it unfortunately did not work out.
Oh, no. Mistimes the counter. That thing is active for, like, probably 2 frames or something. I don't actually know the numbers, but not very long.
None of the counters in this game are active for that long. So you do have to make very good. They're very strong, though. They're very strong in this game. But you just have to make the right read.
Oh, nice. All right. Get him out of there. Let's see that Joe.
Yeah, what I really like about his team, actually, is that it feels like it goes back and forth, right? You have, like, this character that's really strong in pressure with Benny, and then you can go the entire other way. You can backdash and just toss fireballs out. I really think that Joe is one of the best owners in the game. His fireball is immense.
Yeah, I got to agree with you. I mean, this character, he's always been a really strong character, even after, you know, taking certain nerfs, like the fireball nerf, the universal one back in the day.
Yeah.
But I think he's still pretty solid. And a player like Kiyardo can, of course, make it work. Oh, nice big jump over the down C.
Yeah. All right, gonna spend 1.5 on it. Great damage. Gonna put him pretty much in one-touch range with 2 bars.
Nice.
Hey!
Yo, we playing Street Fighter 6?
Great minds think alike.
Right?
Warrior Love comes out on top.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, very good jumping.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Okay, a little too low for the follow-up. Okay.
Oh, all right. That gives him some space. Ooh.
All right, sneaks in the overhead. Kiyardo not ready, but now we get to see that anchor notch.
Yeah, this is honestly like, I always looked at him in terms of looking at for notch stuff because I think this character plays very differently when you play on anchor.
Oh,
hey, reactions.
Ah,
no,
too far. Okay.
Not quite.
Oh, a little too far for that. But you know what? Warrior of Love's spacing with this rock is looking a lot better right now. Looking a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, he's found his footing. It's maybe taking a little bit too long, but like now it's here. And if you can get to the next round,
unfortunate. Yeah. But you know what? That was Warrior of Love made a lot of really great adjustments there and had Kiyardo a bit on the ropes at the end. So good showing. Still not the end of Warrior of Love, but Kiyardo will be moving on.
And you expect him to go quite far.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're playing for a spot at the World Championships here, so a lot of people are going to be out here to sort of solidify themselves into that tournament. It's going to be in March. Really excited for it. The roster that's already going to show up is like, it's already so sick,
I know,
right?
it's disgusting. Everybody is so good. A bunch of really strong players again showed up this weekend. If you guys have been following around along in the bracket, we've got Score from Japan. We got Uero Asamiya.
Yeah.
We got Sace, of course. Yurikov. We got Kiyardo. We got Mad Pillay. Donkey. I don't know. So many players. You just look at the brackets yourselves, guys.
Yeah, I mean, you can